Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I went from this platinum 613 wig to this beautiful electric icy blue. So stay tuned.
I don't know if you could take it. No, you want to see me naked. I want to be a baby.
Okay guys, so I'm starting off with this full lace 613 wig. This is a 22-inch wig and it is a full lace, like I said. This hair is from Yolissa hair. They have some really good quality hair. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the wig stand, and I am gonna go ahead and spray the lace with some Got To Be Glued spray. What it's just gonna do is it's gonna protect the lace from getting dyed blue as well. So I actually sprayed about, I think, 2 or 3 coats of this Got To Be Glued spray on the wig with like 10 minutes in between to let it dry. So the tub that I am using is a clothing storage bin. So I usually would try to use like a smaller bowl, but I couldn't find one. Now usually with 613 hair, what I would do before dip dyeing it is I would tone the hair just to get rid of any brassiness. But as you can see, this hair is almost white, like it's platinum. So these are the 3 bottles I am using. I have the T221 as well as a T222. And I only use 2 boilers of water for this. So what I'm actually going to do first is mix the 221 and the 222 together first. The 221 is a little lighter, so I'm doing that because I'm going to dip the entire wig with these 2 bottles. Now because it's lighter, it's going to give like that ombre effect, which is what I'm going for. So I'm dipping the entire wig so that way the roots will be lighter. Now I am going to mix it with a comb. This blue really didn't stain anything, like my nails are even white and it didn't even stain my nails. So I did use my comb to mix everything. And then yeah, I'm just gonna make sure that the lace is pretty hard and that the Got To Be Glue spray did work. And I'm gonna go ahead and dip the wig. Now because I use such a big bin and the water is so low, I did have to like use my comb to like push the wig into the water. So if you're using like a smaller bowl, you shouldn't really have to put that much work into it. But as you can see, the wig is taking the color very well. So at first I was really worried about the lace and I was trying not to get the blue actually on the lace, but it's kind of impossible because I was just going to end up having blonde roots, which I didn't want. So I just went ahead and dipped the entire wig. So you really don't need to dip the hair that long. I don't even think I left the hair in for a full 3 minutes, honestly. So I just continue to dip the hair just to make sure that I don't have any blonde patches. And as you can see, it's already kind of giving that ombre effect. The roots are much lighter, but this blue is so pretty. And so what I'm going to do before I use the next bottle is I am going to just brush through the wig to make sure that the color is evenly dispersed. And this is the hair a little damp. Like I said, it is already given that ombre effect, which is what I wanted. So the roots are not blonde, but they're like an icy blue. And then I'm going to leave that same water with the same 2 bottles, and I'm going to add the other bottle of 222. Obviously, since that is a darker color, it's going to make it a little bit darker. So I'm going to make sure that I mix it really, really well since there were already 2 bottles added previously. So make sure if you do this that you mix it very well. Now at first I was just going to dip the ends of the hair so I could really get that strong ombre look, but because the roots were so light, I figured dipping the whole thing, there would still be 2 different tones in the hair. So I went ahead and just ended up dipping the entire wig again. And as you can see, it has more of like that electric blue look to it. And it still has that ombre look, but the roots aren't as icy as they were before because I didn't want the roots to be that light. And as you guys can see, it took the blue so well. It's so pretty. And yeah, so I still got that ombre effect like I said. So after I washed the hair and everything, I did go ahead and put it back on the wig stand. And this is the hair when it's wet and damp. Obviously, when hair is wet and damp, the color is kind of different. But as you can see, the knots look terrible. The knots are blue. So I did go ahead and bleach the knots on the wig after I dip dyed it. So I'm just using the BW2 bleaching powder and a 30 volume developer. I never really have a specific time as to how long I leave the bleach on. I just kind of look and see when it is ready to take it off because I think wigs pull differently when you bleach the knots. So yeah, I'm just gonna bleach the knots. Since it is a full lace wig, I only bleach like the front half of the wig. And so once I went ahead and washed that out, I fully washed the hair with just some regular Tresemme shampoo and conditioner. I'm just gonna go ahead and blow out the hair and start styling it. And so this is the hair when it's blown out. It's very pretty, it's very soft still. I did already go ahead and pluck the hairline. And as you can see, when I split the hair, like the roots are still a lot lighter than the ends. So I'm actually in love with how it turned out. It turned out exactly how I wanted it to. And so I am styling it. I did mess up on this part because I actually straightened the hair first and then tried to curl it. With the specific hair, it is kind of like almost like a yaki texture. So if you straighten it and then curl it, the curls are not going to hold, as you will see. But after I realized that, I didn't straighten the rest of the wig and I just went ahead and curled it. And yeah, like I said, so the curls like really didn't hold. So I ended up having to, like I said, just curling the rest of the hair right after I blow dried it instead of straightening it and then curling it. So yeah. And that is pretty much it, you guys. I did go ahead and use a hot comb to lay down the hair, make it more flat, and I just combed out the curls once I was done with it. And then I did go ahead and just use some foundation powder, and I always do this. I just put some of that powder on the inside of the lace to make it look more realistic once I go ahead and lay it down. All right, guys, and that is everything in this tutorial on how I got this icy blue hair. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and just make sure you guys follow me on Instagram too, and I will see you guys in my next video.